First of all, I want to wish you all a happy new year. Either you're already in 2024 or you will be in a few hours. In this video, I want to talk about what Unite was in 2023, about my content as well, and what we can expect for the next year. And if I would still recommend, people to play Pokemon Unite. So we went through a lot this year, right? We had a lot of tournaments going on. We had a lot of different metas with very overpowered Pokemon. We started with Zacian, who took over the game for quite a long time, who's still currently the highest win rate Pokemon in the entire game as well. So Zacian never left, just been at the top. Then we had stuff like Lapras, stuff like Umbreon, who had also insanely high win rate, very, very OP releases, into Mewtwo X, Mewtwo Y. But in general, I feel like the Pokemon that got out this year all have been very fun and also felt very unique. The only thing I really didn't like was like the Mewtwo's, because the Mewtwo's felt very like cheap and easy to play. I mean, they were supposed to be easy, right? Like, again, they made the Mewtwo's so new players can, load into Unite for the first time, because Mewtwo, of course, is a lot of hype, and they can feel powerful, doesn't matter what, right? Easy to play, easy to handle for new players. I do understand it. Of course, it does suck a bit that, one of the coolest Pokemon had to suffer from it, and we didn't really get something exciting like, for example, Mew, or anything similar. So yeah, we went through a lot of balance patches this year as well. We didn't get a new map, but I have to say that in the later half, in the second half of this year, Timmy has stepped up a good amount. We have gotten regular balance patches, also I think quite solid ones. And the new releases all have been pretty much just very fun Pokemon, right? Blaziken, Mimikyu, Muscarada, they have not been OP. Of course, they did overbuff play rough one single time, right? They did overbuff play rough. That's a different topic though. But Mimikyu on release was not OP. Any of these Pokemon were pretty fun and still pretty balanced and still felt quite unique. So I'm pretty happy still with the release of this year. Only I'm very unhappy with Umbreon and Zacian and Comfey. Comfey is a complete disaster. I'm still very, very mad that they actually make Comfey a thing in Unite, because in League of Legends is the same character and they can't balance it for years now. And Comfey was just a terrible decision to be put into Unite as well. When it comes to items, we got a few new items that have been pretty powerful. We got the anti-healing items, for example, as well, which will be better next year, which I also talk about in a second, of course. We just got 2 new items, and in general, the items have been pretty fun to play with and to try out new things. For 2024, there's going to be a lot happening. First, for the first ranked season of 2024, we will have no EX Pokemon in ranked. So the next season in January will not feature Zacian or Mewtwo. And we also have Miraidon coming out in February and Draft Mode. So next year is going to be a lot of more things as well, and quite interesting stuff. Otherwise, I still think Unite was very fun to play this year, but we had a lot of up and downs, right? A lot of up and downs. And with that, I mean that the ranked is still a complete disaster, sadly. So we went through the entire year of 2023, and the Unite ranked mode is just as bad as 1 year ago. Nothing has changed. It might have even gotten worse, because you guys remember, I have a video about it. I got demoted to Veteran one time this season. I had a 40% win rate, and I lost so much that I actually dropped to Veteran in the new season because they messed up matchmaking so much that it doesn't change, right? We still have duos, we still have trios. If you don't 5-stack, you can't be high on the ladder or something, or fight for rank 1. So a lot of things when it comes to ranked sadly did not change. We just got some, protection cards to make climbing even easier. We also lost the free skins that we got from, ranked rewards. Instead, we get the same trainer outfit in, different colors, which is pretty hideous as well, because the trainer outfits that you get for the ranked rewards, they are pretty bad, not going to lie. Those are just not good or like trainer skins at all. They feel kind of useless. I wish they would bring back the HoloWare. That is for sure. So yeah, the rank mode didn't change at all, which I think is very sad. And I do notice out in my game still, there's a lot of players that shouldn't be at my rank, right? It's not even their fault often that I get matched with them. It just feels bad that they have to play with me. I don't want to play with them. They don't want to play with me, right? They should be at a lower rank to where it feels much more fairer for them to be in. Monetization is pretty much still the same. Didn't change at all, I would say, right? In this year, we still have the membership, which got a few more things, of course. Skins are still very expensive, HoloWare. I can't recommend really too much to buy any of them. Battle Pass is still quite fair, though. I think the Battle Pass is the most fair thing when it comes to monetization. Unite, I think the membership is also quite worth it. Like, if you're someone who buys, Battle Passes, the membership will always be worth it. We still have also Gemlock Pokemon. So that didn't change at all this year as well, which is kind of sad. So we still have to deal with Gemlock Pokemon that are blocked for one entire week. I feel like we have gotten used to it by now. It's still not a good thing that it exists, but if it makes Timmy enough money to keep developing the game, then it is what it is, right? It's my livelihood. I want Timmy to, you know, keep doing this game. We also got the Shinies version announced this year, which is going to be a completely different game for the next year. So it's also quite wild. But yeah, we went through a lot of metas this year, through a lot. Umbreon, Lapras, Zacian. And yeah, it's been fun, interesting, but also, of course, very frustrating. The 3 months of Mewtwo being very overpowered were very mentally draining to play on. It did give me a lot of boost on YouTube. Like that month where Mewtwo's came out, I had the most views I ever had on my YouTube channel that I had on Twitch in a long time. So yeah, my YouTube channel, everything is doing quite well. I'm very happy with my content, I think, as well. I've been uploading 3 videos a day for the entire last year as well. Every single day, I was putting out at least 3 videos on my main channel, do some casting as well on my casting channel. And as you guys know, I've made a new second channel as well, which I will work on a lot in the next year, which is called Chris Heroes DSC. I will link it down below in the video description as well if you want to check it out, where I kind of like, you know, my main channel is more about like builds and stuff, right? Showcasing builds. But the second channel is more about like games that were fun to watch, but I can't really make it into like a build video or anything, right? So it's a bit of a different content. It has my cringy face in the thumbnail as well. So gotta start doing that. And I guess what is my wish list for like kind of 2024? So I still, of course, want them to make a better ranking system, right? Straightforward. The ranking system, I want them to completely change it and do something new, try something different, make it feel, you know, satisfying to play in, because it currently still is not very satisfying to play. I want Trio to completely be gone. I think Trios being allowed is still just way too unhealthy for the game. 60% of your team already being made before a game even starts is just not very something that is easy to balance. Monetization, I still wish they would be a bit more forgiving when it comes to HoloWare, make it a bit cheaper or something, you know. But one of the biggest things we get next year is draft again, and I think draft mode's already going to be quite amazing. Also, let me know in the comments what your favorite moment maybe of this year was. Are you happy with Unite, where it's going, or did you actually just quit the game and didn't play for multiple times? Again, it was a difficult meta a lot of times with Zacian and Mewtwo, so I think a lot of people also took a lot of breaks when it came to this year. If the balance patch was not fun to play on, people just stopped playing, right? And you know, it's totally understandable. If the game isn't fun, why play something? Of course, I'm going to keep making content for Unite. I still have a lot of fun playing it. I just wish, of course, Timmy would do a few things differently and would keep improving on the game. But I mean, they are, right? Like lately, we have gotten a lot more balance patches again, much more frequent as well. They have buffed and nerfed Pokemon fast after they were OP or, you know, worse in the last like 3 months. So I feel like there's still a lot of hope for this game, and I can't wait to see how next year is going to, you know, turn out. Always fun to see what Pokemon we get. We're getting Gyarados in January. We're gonna get Miraidon in February. Of course, gonna be probably another EX Pokemon. We'll see if Mewtwo Zacian, if the same debacle is just going to happen again. But yeah, thank you guys again so much for watching all of my content. I never imagined to play a Pokemon game and a MOBA for a living together in the same part. I mean, I played a MOBA for a living already, but it to be a Pokemon game, never mentioned anything of this ever happening. So thank you guys so much for making this happen. If you guys wouldn't be watching, I couldn't be making content. So all of you are very appreciated. And again, hopefully you guys get good into the next year, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!